Hey everybody, I'm Jack Reeder with Future Pastimes, and I'm the designer of Cosmic Odyssey, which is the 7th expansion for Cosmic Encounter. And a lot of people ask me, when you're doing the campaign, it's going to be over the course of 4 games. Well, what happens if you have somebody who wants to join in a campaign that's already underway? You've played a game or you've played 2 games, somebody's jumping in, or probably more often, somebody can't make one of the games. They can't make game 3 or game 2. We started with 6 and now we have 5. What are we going to do? Well, the good news is with the campaign, it doesn't really get affected by that. You can add a player, you can lose a player, you can continue with the campaign. So let's talk about how that works. Well, you got your campaign log here where you're going to put in the names of the players playing the colors and their coalition and the aliens in it and how they're doing. But what's great about this is that because each game in the campaign is ranked, it's not a cumulative score. You're just going to look at the scores at the end of the game, and then you're going to rank the player who came in first, second, third, fourth, all the way down to last place. So let's say that you had 6 players in your first game, and you've ranked the players on that game. And then when you get to game 2, one of the players can't make it. Well, what happens at the end of the games is that players are going to be given prizes, and so page 7 here talks about the prizes depending on their ranking. So whoever ranked first is going to get the Master Card, which they're not going to use until the finale. So they're going to have that card, which they will play right before the 4th game. The other players are going to get stuff depending on how they did. So whoever came in second is going to draw 2 privilege cards, and they're going to keep 1 to use in the next game. After that, the next player will get a random envoy, which they'll use in the next game, and down the list. And then, the player who scored the last, of course, gets the wrench card, which they will also be using in the last game. So what happens is you're getting an advantage for the next game to help you potentially get the Master Card for that game until you're doing the finale. So you had your 6 players. One of them had to drop out. It's not going to affect anything for game 2. Everyone else is going to have their advantages on their prizes to see how well they can do in game 2. And then if you were a player who, say, you missed game 2, but you're going to come back in on game 3, the only thing that's going to be different is that your coalition is going to be a little bit smaller because you're adding an alien each time to your coalition. Of course, you can always just add a random alien and give them to that player for the coalition. That's not going to have a huge effect on the game. Maybe they'll get really lucky with a super powerful alien. There was always a chance they might have gotten that alien anyway, depending on the alien selection. But really, at the end of the day, it's about getting everyone together and have fun playing through the campaign. So really the impact on it is pretty negligible. Likewise, if you've played, let's say you've played 2 games and you have somebody who says, oh, I'd love to jump in, they can join that campaign as long as you haven't maxed out at 8 players. So let's say that you're at 6 and someone wants to join for a 7th. One of the things that you can do, again, is you can give them some random aliens for their coalition, have them join in. You can also give them a prize. You can just give them the prize based on that they ranked lower. So if you're a 7th player, the 7th ranked player can discard any number of cards from their starting hand. That's their advantage going into that last game. So they can jump in and join the campaign and play it out till the end. Recently, we did a campaign. We were at 7 players. We got to the last game. We were going to be down a player. Again, it wasn't going to have that much impact on the game. We were still able to play. Those who had their Master Cards had their advantages for the last game. Those who had wrenches likewise had theirs. This player had a Master Card and a wrench. So the wrench, we could have added it in anyway. The idea was, why bother adding it in? We had enough wrenches already. Since they weren't there to play, they didn't need their Master Card. It wasn't going to impact the rest of us by not having it in there. So that's the beauty of the way that this campaign is designed to unfold. So it's the 4th game is the one that matters. That's the one where the players are going to want to be there for that. And even if they're not, they'll just jump in on the next campaign. So let me know if you have any other questions about how the campaign works. And let me know how your campaigns have gone if you've played any. I'd be curious to know the aliens that won, aliens that were in the coalition. Did you have any second thoughts about which alien you should pick? I'll be sharing some details about a recent campaign as well in a separate video. So thanks for watching.